We're gonna start out here with Bella. We are coming off of Labor Day weekend, and you notice I just get into this habit of on and off, and I just love how she's not feeling like she's free and can run off. And I mean, she's to the point that she's actually settles right down and lays down. So I'll recall her to me. Come here, come here, sit. And get a little practice in with a little recall and sit. So we're coming off Labor Day weekend, and we're gonna kind of walk and talk here. We're gonna head back. I had her up north for the weekend. I'll explain to you some of the stuff that we worked on over the weekend. Training doesn't necessarily stop, but it didn't necessarily carry on with the same routine. I didn't do much formal heel work. I used the lead at times, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I'm gonna heel her back. We're gonna be off the gravel. This is a real world application type thing. We're gonna walk back to a little pond that we have pumped out, and I'm gonna walk her in, and we're gonna let her swim a little bit. And she did some water intro this weekend, so are you all right with walking while we do this? So I'll just kind of explain. I'm gonna make sure that we get good heel work. So I'm not gonna let the nose go down. I want her responding to me. When I stop, she stops, so I'm gonna vary the pace. It's gonna be all real things that we do during drills. Bella, heel. It's just, we're gonna be doing it more realistically. There's gonna be more distractions because we're gonna go past these birds. But we're gonna head to the pond. She swam a little bit this weekend. It was her first time in the water. Ben wasn't with me, so we didn't film it. But the way we got her to do it was I went right in the water with her. I had a couple other dogs with, Ellie, Spry, Taylor were with. We made some retrieves with the big dogs. I'll let Ben come in here, and we got good news. We got some canines coming in. So we lost our puppy teeth. Our last ones here were to go this weekend. So we've got some teeth now. You could tell it was kind of bothering her a little bit. She got in the habit, she wanted to chew on the corners of her beds a little bit the last couple days prior to them falling out. They fell out this weekend. So you can just see, we just kind of walked through some water. We had a big rain here this morning. So we walked through water. She got kind of excited. So nice little bit of control to get through some of these distractions. But I went in the water and I actually swam with her. She did really well. She swims really naturally. She wasn't real hesitant to go in. She hung up just a little bit, but she came in on her own. I threw a bumper for her in the water. She picked it up, swam back with it. She got up to shore without me, and she kind of ran around on shore a little bit, but I didn't chase her. I just called her to me. She brought it back to me. So we made a nice little retrieve out of it. Come on. And then I swam out kind of deep. She followed me. She wanted to be with me. She swam. She swims really naturally. When I say that, I mean she doesn't really splash. A lot of times I see puppies want to stand up and splash. She swims, she levels right out and swims really well. The only issue she had was, and it kind of hung her up, and I didn't put her in the water after that. Sit down. Was she came back to the dock and she wanted to try to get up on the dock. And so instead of swimming to shore, she'd go to the dock, and she would stand up on end and she'd tip over and kind of go underwater. And once she did that a few times, she wasn't as excited to go back into the water. That's okay. I'll let her do it at her own pace. But I want to bring her back here, and I've got a real shallow pond. So I'm going to have her in there, and we're going to follow up this weekend's water with a little bit of water of our own. And while we're on our way there, we're getting the benefit of some heel work and some pretty distracting areas. Lots of things to smell, lots of things to distract, but you're gonna notice the loose lead. You're gonna notice we're not having her pull. She's responding. When her nose goes down too much, I'm gonna correct it. So we're gonna come back in here and see what this looks like. We just had a big rain, so it probably filled up quite a bit. I looked at it last night, it was really low. It's probably come up a couple inches. But it's still quite low, and this is gonna be relatively warm water. It's not gonna be real cold. And it's pretty shallow. So I'm gonna actually walk right in with her a little bit here. And you can see, so now what I'm gonna do is, as she gets kind of wound up and excited, sit, sit, sit. I'm going to take this off and make sure she understands that she just doesn't go free run. Sit, 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 sit. Good. See how she wanted to there? So we're back on. Good. And off. Back on. Good. And off. Good. Sit. Sit. Good. She's right on the verge of wanting to just go. Sit. Pick my tone up a little bit. And now I'm going to let her go. And I'm going to let her, she's going to run around. I think she's going to get real excited. So we're going to see how she gets excited and then how we reel her in. How she gets excited, how we reel her in. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Whoa. You can see she kind of surprised herself there and went, wow, that got a lot deeper than I thought it was going to get. So I don't mind going right into the water with her. In fact, I like it. And I just kind of let her explore a little bit. And this is coming off of, remember, she kind of struggled when she couldn't get out of the water well. And she tried climbing up on the dock and tipping over. And so this has got to be a lot of fun. I don't want it to be scary. I don't think she's scared at all. I keep going back to it, and I don't want to sound like a broken record with her, but she's a really nice balance as far as the puppy goes of bold and cautious. Like, she's real bold when she builds her confidence up. She's very cautious when she starts something new. And I saw that this weekend in a couple different situations. I saw her be really cautious. Part of it was around new people. I brought her around my family. She became real cautious around everybody, almost a little startled at times. And then she settled in and became real comfortable. So I'm going to work on having her see more people, newer people. I want her to settle in quickly when it comes to that type of scenario. Here, come here. So I'm going to bring her back. Sit. Sit. And we're always getting back to control. We're always working on recall and sit. We're always working on extending her patience. Just a fuzz. Sit. Good. Good. Now, we haven't done many retrieves. We did one this weekend in the water. We haven't retrieved on land since those teeth fell out. So we're gonna probably give it a couple days, but this week I expect we probably will make a few retrieves. So I'm gonna start right here. I wanna get away from that bucket. I think that bucket could be a little distracting for her. I'm gonna wade into the water myself with her. I'm just gonna use a little fire hose bumper. Bella, 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 go get it, go get it, come on, go get it, go get it. Good girl! See how natural she swims? Good girl! And right back. Very nice. Good girl. Good. Not gonna be in a hurry to take it away. I'm not gonna let her run away with it. Good girl. I'm gonna try to get my hand on it before she shakes. Good girl. Did. Good girl. And then we're gonna let her do a little shake. Very nice. Very nice. Sit. Not worried about steadiness right now. I want to get her out. Good girl, come on. Good girl. I want her in the habit of going out and back. Good girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Now here's where, if they get to land, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Bella, come on, come on, come on. Very good. Come on, come on. That's the habit we want to avoid. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here, 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 here. 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 Little tone change. Let's see how she responds. Come on. Here. Here. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Come on. Come on. Good. No, 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 no. Come on. Come on. Good. Good girl. There. Good girl. I'll give it right back to you. There. Good girl. I'll give it right back. Good girl. Hold. Good girl. Good girl. Now I don't want to start a habit. You can see here, here's the last tooth coming in. So it's a little early, but look at, she's got that puppy tooth being pushed out. It's almost falling out as we speak. You see it there? That one's loosening up. So it's a little, like I said, it's a little early for land retrieves. This is more of a confidence thing for water. So the difference I'm gonna do on this one is she goes to get this one. She goes and gets this one. I'm not gonna let her get up on shore with it. I'm not gonna let her get past me. So I can kind of control that a little bit by cutting her off. And that's something I do with dogs that run off on me. Good girl. Pretty bold. So she goes from super cautious to just a real bold little puppy. Good girl. Now I threw that stick and she saw me throw the stick. She wasn't sure where it was, so she went to it. Now I'm gonna pitch it out. I'll let her get it. I'm gonna intercept her on the way back. Good girl. Good girl. I'm just not gonna let her get past. Good girl. I'm not gonna be in a hurry to steal it from her though. Good girl. Did. Good. Don't give her that chance. See how she laid down and she almost started to chew on it a little bit? Part of it is those teeth. So we're not gonna do retrieving during teething, that's why. Now it's been 4 weeks since we've made a retrieve. She's losing that last tooth. The only reason I'm doing this is to get a little bit of water confidence with her, and then we'll be done. Bella. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She didn't quite see that one, so she's gonna have to hunt that one on the water a little bit. I'll give her a little whistle recall. Good girl. Very good. Very good. Good girl. Good girl. Again, I'm gonna let her get her feet. I'm gonna let her hold it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You wanna hold it? Good. I wanna encourage the idea of bring it back, hold on to it. Good girl. And then I'll take it from you. And that's it. So that's the piggybacking off of this weekend. Now, sit. Come here. Sit. Sit. I don't have my bag. I'd like to have a bag so I can put this away, get it out of my hands. Put it in my pocket. We'll get wet, but so get it out of your hands. Sit. Good. And now we're back to the idea of control. We're in a real excitable place right now, but we're avoiding that temptation. Come here. So sit, sit. I want to start laying groundwork. Come here, come here. Sit. I want to start laying groundwork of some control in pretty distracting situations, with or without the lead. So I don't want the lead on to be the only reason she listens. I don't want the lead off to be a flipping of a switch of go do what you want to do. So, and that comes in every scenario, not just here. Good. So, we got a little bit of heel work here. We got some nice progress as far as the water went. Like I said, coming off of this last weekend, which was yesterday and the day before. It was 2 days ago that we did it. Yesterday she wasn't in the water, but 2 days ago is when she went in the water, hesitant to begin with, confident all of a sudden, and then she got a little bit thrown off when she tried climbing out of the water through the dock, and she flipped over and she got underwater, and then she didn't really want to go back in, and I wasn't going to force her. That was plenty of new stuff for that time. So we come down here and we just come off of that and go, let's have a good, there's no way she's going to run into any issues here. You saw her go in a little bit, go in a little bit, go in too much, and all of a sudden get a little bit surprised. And then the retrieve part pushed her over to the point where she was sending herself into the water without any hesitation. Nice little entry, under control, didn't lose her focus throughout this. So I'm just always about getting them excited to have fun, but under control. Don't let them lose it. And now we're gonna heel back. And so we'll heel back to the house, and then we'll feed her. And then this routine this morning is similar to how it's been while Ben is recording us. We've done some structured heel work, and then we go and we feed her. Well, this is just the heel work transferred to a different spot, and we added something in the middle. We did a little bit of water work. So she's not quite ready to retrieve on dry land with that tooth. This little bit of running off is something I don't want. I want to avoid it. So when I see little signs of it, even the slightest little sign of it, we're going to change the situation so that we don't start the habit. That's the last thing I want. She delivers everything really nicely to me up to this point, so let's keep that. It's going to help us so much down the road when it comes to hold conditioning. So we're going to heel her back. She's got to walk through some interesting stuff. There's soft mud, there's water, there's grass, lots of smells. We're just going to heel back under control. I'll change my tempo and pace as I need to. She wants to go fast, I'll slow down. She wants to slow down, I'll go a little faster. But this is varying that tempo. One thing she did do a ton of this weekend is we scouted for bird hunting. We walked lots of miles. We went through lots of raspberries and blackberries and lots of logging trails, and we walked a lot of aspen cuts and put up birds. She obviously didn't put any birds up, but our other dogs did, and she tagged along, and I don't think anything was at risk by doing that. It was great exercise. It was lots of confidence and exploring. I had very realistic expectations of what to get from her. I just wanted her to stick with us. And she did a wonderful little job of that. Heel. And so she's seen a lot of stuff like this, just on little walks. I didn't do any heel work, and I probably could have, but I was busy. And I would let her kind of free run with the other dogs. So we gained a lot of stuff this weekend without setting a lot of time aside to train. We just built it into everything else we were doing. Heel. Sit, sit, sit. Walk up, just pitch a bumper out. Remote sit. Why not? I've got the bumper with me. We're walking a trail. It's just like we're grouse hunting. Just like a woodcock flushes on the trail here. Steady to the shot, she's steady to the flush, she sits, good, heel. And now I don't do a ton of that denial work before we get back into retrieving, because I do like to reward steadiness with a retrieve. So I don't throw a ton of denials and not let her get it, because it's just gonna burn her out of the idea of, man, I don't ever get anything. For steadiness, I do want to reward her. She just got 3 retrieves. That's more retrieves than she's had in 5 months, or 5 weeks. Good, good. Same habit, lay the leash out so she can't get at it. I don't turn my back on her yet. I don't trust her quite that much yet. So I turn around so that if she were to break, I could step up and give her a stop, or I could catch her, pick her up, and put her back. We're just building in little bits of steadiness. I come over, don't put too much pressure on them and get too close. Good. She did everything right. Heel. Good girl. Good dog. Little pop to her when her nose goes down like that. She can't let that nose distract her from focusing on what I'm asking her to do. We'll walk her past these birds. Another little opportunity for her to get some experience and see some stuff that's pretty interesting. Lots of smells in there. She likes checking out this bird pen. Good. 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 Lots of smells, and then we move on. So we're gonna bring her in, feed her, and then we're gonna be on with the rest of the day here. So it was a real productive little easy session. We're gonna feed Bella. We just did some stuff with her in the water. I soaked her food a while ago. Before we went over there. So we just did a little bit of swimming with her, made a couple little retrieves, showed her teeth. She's just losing the last puppy tooth on the bottom, and that is loose. I could wiggle it out right now. I don't want to. I'm gonna set her food up here. I just wanna show you, and I haven't done the lining with her. I go and I pick them up off the bed. I don't want to call them off of the bed. We've worked so hard to build her steadiness on that bed. I don't want to start calling her off of it. But we're going to get her over here. I'm going to line her up. I haven't lined her like this since the last time Ben filmed it, so that was last week. So it's been several days. I fed her in different scenarios. I did some stuff on our Instagram and an Instagram story where I literally fed them out of the back of the van. And so we lined up 4 bowls of food, 4 dogs, fed them one at a time, and we kind of showed that. So the value of the speediness with feeding came into play this weekend when we're on the road and traveling, and I don't want dogs taking a long time to eat. So that was real beneficial. It was real application. Sit. But now we're back to getting a little value out of lining and sending her to the reward. Today it's food. It'll be retrieves here soon after that. Probably, I'm guessing another 4 days, maybe 3-4 days till those teeth come in. Their gums aren't red. They don't look irritated or sore. And then we'll get back into retrieving. And I'm very excited about it with her because of her tendency to have be very natural. So you see me lean into her to line her up. Good. See her hesitation there, but you saw her cue off my hand. Sit. Which is good. So I don't want to correct that much, but I don't want her to be impatient either. Watch. Watch. Bella. Good girl. Good girl. Real soft. I don't get too excited about it volume-wise. Get her to watch. There's our little cue that we got from our buddy Craig. We watch, she looks, I line, I send. It's just a routine, just a habit. Form the habit of get a sight picture, hear me say watch, see the picture, send in the name. That will help us. I think that's going to help us a lot when we get into setting up memories, when we get to lining for retrieves after we set up memories, and then that will transition into blinds and all that stuff. So it's building from the bottom to get to those things later down the road. So it's a real nice little morning of stuff with her after several days of lots of stuff, but nothing real formal. I talked about it earlier about all the things we did this weekend as far as exploring goes, and she had a chance to really venture out into new environments. And I think these puppies gain a lot by that. They gain a lot of confidence. I gain a lot of confidence in them, and we are able to practice recall. We're able to practice steadiness. We're able to practice remote sits throughout, just like we did on the way back here. I pitch a bumper. She sits to it, watches it. I go pick it up. That's a mini grouse hunt. That's a mini flush of a woodcock for her. And she's 5 months old. I'm not going to hunt this dog. She's not going to hunt this fall. But I'm going to build into all these opportunities, training stuff that's going to be prepping her for the finished thing down the road. And that's a ways away. So that's it. She eats. You can see how quickly she goes at it. She doesn't take breaks. She eats, she cleans up, and then we put her away, and then we're on with the rest of the day. So that'll do it. Great little session coming off of a long weekend and truly kind of the start of fall. Dove season's open, teal is open, early goose is open. We're 2 weeks out from the partridge season, and I'm really looking forward to it. With some of these dogs. We're going to be tracking with her in the next week or two as well, because bow season is 2 weeks away. So I'm going to show you introduction to tracking, some nose work. We've done hunt command. We're going to continue to do hunt command. Once we get into retrieving, we'll have tennis balls. We'll have scented tennis balls. We got a lot of good stuff coming up here. But I have to realize there's no rush for any of it. And you need to realize as much as we want to do all of it right now, you'll burn yourself out, you'll burn the dog out, you won't have luck, you'll get frustrated, and you'll be really upset if you go too fast. I look at this as I get a year. I have 1 year from now to have her ready to do some little introduction to hunt stuff. So don't be in a rush, but it's all part of the process. Good girl, come here, come here, come here. Sit, sit. Good. Come on. Come on. Bella, place. Place. Good girl. We start building in that word place. Physically, I used to take her and literally bring her up there, help her. Good. So I'll take her off. This is how I normally would get her up. Place. Place. And I just tap her up there and good. And then I do the same thing with her kennel. You've seen me do that with the kennel. So we tell her place, place, place. She gets up there. She's real happy about it. We praise her for it, and we don't call her off. So another extension. So It's coming along really nice.
Drive home, and I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned